Dalam salah satu siaran di televisi 60 Minutes Australia, Profesor Gabriel Lieung memprediksikan sekitar 60% penduduk dunia akan terinfeksi oleh penyakit Covid-19, di mana sebanyak 45 juta penduduk dunia akan meninggal oleh karena virus ini. Demikianlah prediksi yang disampaikan oleh Profesor Gabriel Lieung.
The predictions about the catastrophe that is the coronavirus get more ominous by the day. The World Health Organization says it poses a greater global threat than terrorism. That's bad enough. But what the expert you're about to meet says is even more terrifying. Professor Gabriel Lieung believes 60% of the world's population could become infected with the virus, and that as many as 45 million of us might be killed by it. Now, it'd be easy to dismiss the professor as alarmist, except he's the man who led the fight against the SARS virus. He knows what he's talking about. We ignore him at our peril.
Very difficult to try to control it.
And coronavirus, or COVID-19, as the illness is now being called, spreads far more rapidly than SARS. Unchecked, as countries like China and South Korea have discovered, the infection rate becomes exponential.
The big unknown now is really how big is the iceberg?
So you're guessing there could be many, many more people?
I don't know, but I'm suspecting that.
Coronavirus has already struck over 80 countries and counting. Professor Lieung's prediction for the eventual extent of the pandemic is chilling. From everything you've learned over the past weeks and months, what is your best estimate of how many people around the world could be affected by this virus?
Don't know. Everybody is susceptible. And if you assume that everybody randomly mix with each other, then eventually you will see 40, 50, 60% of the population get infected.
At current mortality rates, that level of infection would mean between 45 and 60 million deaths worldwide. And that's just in the first wave of the virus, despite the desperate, draconian lockdown measures being used in China. Is the second wave worse than the first wave, do you think?
Don't know, but we have to prepare for that possibility that there is a second wave.
As a person and a scientist, does this virus frighten you?
Every time I'm involved in an epidemic,